Welcome to the Two and a Half Brothers podcast, where we discuss FPL views and strategy, but most importantly, our monthly league, which rolls into the first game week of December. It's fair to say that it hasn't been a banger so far, but we've got 5 free transfers in the bank for AFCON, so plenty to discuss. We have decided to turn the Crystal Palace game off, given the lack of returns there so far. I'm tripled up, unfortunately, so that's not been great. I assume your week has been slightly better than mine, Jake, even though that's fairly slim pickings.
I wouldn't say it's been much better. I think it's bang on the average for me overall. The highlight being Dewsbury Hall, which is
Always.
as yeah, as always, saving my team once again. And yeah, the no Munoz in the Palace lineup wasn't ideal. I do get Van de Ven off the bench for that,
Yeah,
but
there's going
I
to be a
think
lot of this, a lot of Senesi off the bench, I imagine, as well, who got 8 points yesterday.
yeah.
I've got Anderson for Fulham coming off the bench. He's
Oh,
nowhere near
nice.
DEFCON at the time of recording, so hopefully he can get busy in the
Yeah.
next 20, 25 minutes or so. Okay, so our scores this week, we haven't got that much to discuss, I imagine. If you want to pull mine up, keep the usual running order. We are hoping for Bob at some point. He's got childcare issues again. I don't know what sleep regression is, but it sounds rubbish. So we'll see if he pops in at any
Yeah, I
point.
think be
Right.
grateful, I suppose. You don't know.
Okay, here we go. So
Okay,
the
how's it
triple up on
looking?
Palace is not going particularly well, given the Munoz no-show and the fact that Fulham have scored. As I mentioned, Gooey and Anderson are nowhere near DEFCON at the time of recording. My transfer in this week was Foden, so that's looked okay relative to Semenyo. Apparently, Semenyo was quite busy again. Um, had a
Yeah.
few, had a few
Did you
reasons.
have another one ruled out?
Yeah, I think so.
Awful.
Again, you've got to go with the returns, haven't you? And
Yeah.
the fixtures turn a little bit for Bournemouth. But at the moment, up on that transfer, uh, no returns really anywhere else. I have got the United double tomorrow, but that obviously didn't yield much on Thursday night. I
No.
did think Bruno looked pretty lively in that game. I'm not usually a Bruno
Yeah.
owner,
No.
but thought these two fixtures were worth targeting. Obviously, Bumo's gonna go. So
Yeah.
talk about my first thoughts there. Um, yeah, Mateta's not done much tonight at all, which
No.
continues a bit of a theme, at least in my estimation. I'm half considering whether to dead spot that third attacking
Yeah. I think
place
I'm
at the moment.
similar to you. I don't have Mateta, but I have Voltemada instead there. And again, it's yeah, just an issue.
I noticed Visser was on the bench yesterday for Newcastle. Um,
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think he'll eat into his minutes, but maybe his role will change a bit. Whether that suits him or not, I don't know. And whether Visser becomes an option, it's all just down to minutes, I guess, and the formation they play. But the,
Yeah.
they paid a lot of money for him, and obviously he's
Yeah.
been sensational the last few seasons. Um, So yeah, not not much to say on the rest of it, to be honest. Jake, any views or questions or thoughts?
But Vicario's finally got a clean sheet and he's on your bench.
Yeah, he's got Forest next. Whether or
Has
not
he?
I burn a transfer on him, I
Yeah.
haven't quite decided yet.
Yeah, yeah. Forest have been quite poor. I think Everton did well to shut them out, but I guess it's away to Forest, so
Yeah.
maybe slightly more concerning.
So yeah, unless something miraculous happens in the next 20 minutes, my score is going to be down to the United boys. I think we
Yeah.
said midweek, didn't we, that the double up can't be that common.
No, it's not a bad option to have given the week. And going away to Wolves
Given the
is, you know,
fixture last week and the fixture this week,
mm,
um, and then Boomo go. I mean, they've got Bournemouth next week, but the week behind. um, so yeah, we'll be tuning into that game. Um,
Is that the first time you'll watch a full United game, do you reckon?
Uh, well, unfortunately, I watched
Anyway.
all of Thursday's game, but yeah, otherwise, it's when you've
Yeah,
got some skin in the game, it's worthwhile, isn't it? Um,
yeah,
yeah, like I say, people are going to have like Van der Ven and Senesi coming off the bench, whereas at the
yeah,
moment I'm going to have Anderson. So I'm probably going to take a bit of a hit there. Um,
yeah, yeah.
no real.
Any
Sorry, go
I,
on.
I was just going to ask about your thoughts on Enzo because I've got him as well. I guess maybe that's what to look at going ahead. But
Yeah,
what you're thinking of him right now?
um, possibly to move out. Palmer's back, isn't he? So
Hmm.
potentially loses penalties. He's not cheap. Um, I just don't know where I'd go at the moment. I don't want to. I think we said quite early in the season. I try not to make things worse with my transfers in. Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, going for someone like Minter, perhaps.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think
It's
Brighton.
just sideways, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Um, but I'm always happy to rotate those players and kind of take my lumps if it goes badly,
Yeah.
and vice versa. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah,
It looks pretty average, but I'm not sure
yeah.
what else to take.
I think this is anecdotally, it feels like it's often the case in these weeks where we have midweek games.
Hmm.
Um, I just, I mean, Munoz is a no-show tonight, for example, and that double
Yeah.
Palace served me really well midweek. I didn't really lose
Yeah.
rank despite not captaining Haaland.
Yeah.
But this is the other side of that coin, isn't it? Where you have players injured or playing reduced minutes or players on the bench. Um, so yeah, I mean, we can look to next week.
Yeah.
Pre any transfers. I did
Okay.
half consider a couple last
Yeah.
night, but I
Okay.
haven't made any as yet. My
Yeah.
immediate thought is to try and bring Saka in. I haven't watched Arsenal for a couple of weeks, and I thought Saka in particular was pretty. I know they lost, but
Yeah.
pretty solid. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, as a Saka owner, I had a keen eye on him and he did look really, really good. I think he got the assist for the goal. And he was their main sort of outlet that whole was it afternoon game yesterday. I think he's unlucky not to do more. He's just expensive for four or
yeah, he
five
is,
points
but
a week.
we have money at the moment, don't we? Although
Yeah,
now that Palmer's back, maybe that money starts to or that budget starts to tighten a
yeah,
little bit. But he's my immediate kind of first thought. I mean, they've got the Wolves fixture next week, which is part of it. Trying to
yeah.
target, like I've done with Bruno, trying to target these shorter term runs of
Mhm.
like really good fixtures. Um, so Saka's my first transfer thought. Um,
Yeah,
Mateta's probably going to be out, particularly given on tonight's showing, and I think this
yeah,
has been the case for the last few game weeks.
yeah. The
I
last
know,
couple of weeks he's been very flat.
yeah, I know people are saying that Palace have got like a small squad and all the rest of it, for their European exploits, but it's there in the performances as as well, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Um, whether or not I dead spot that third striker or not, I
Hmm.
I, I don't know. Obviously, Thiago's got a really good fixture, and I'm
Yeah,
happy to bench him.
yeah.
Um,
Who would you dead spot Mateta down to?
yeah, there aren't many options, are there really?
No.
I
Would
think
you look at Chelsea's GUI as
no, I
one?
think that's just a headache in the making.
You
Um,
think?
but saying that, I have an eye on DCL from Leeds, so having been a DCL enjoyer over the
Yeah,
years, that's
yeah,
not necessarily, um, yeah, a productive way to go. But again, if you're
yeah,
happy to rotate and bench and
yeah.
play
How
four
much was he?
defenders, five midfielders, then why not? The trouble is, nobody's really jumping out at the moment, are they?
No,
At
that's
least,
I'm finding that for a lot of positions, just like the midfield spots, the striker spots. There's no one I'm looking at like I need to get them in, like you would have had the past few seasons with like Palmer and Rogers and
Yeah,
those sort of players.
Rogers is another one for his short-term
Yeah,
fixtures. He's looked a bit livelier the last few weeks. I don't usually get on that well owning him.
no,
Um, but again, he fits into that kind of mid-priced mid bracket, doesn't he? And
yeah,
I find it
yeah,
quite difficult when you've just rammed your midfielders with kind of 7 to 8 million pound players. Um, like you said, the options feel quite thin.
yeah,
Um, Otherwise, a City defender. I don't know who, probably
yeah,
O'Reilly, but obviously Guardiola's had a couple of returns, but you just never know
yeah,
how sustainable those are going to be. Um,
no,
I think O'Reilly's numbers are pretty good, aren't they?
yeah. His attacking stats are great. Um,
Um, so yeah, on the keeper front, I, I still don't know whether I'm willing to burn a transfer, even
yeah,
though
you got five,
we've
five for
got five
Villa.
of them. I think maybe you're better served rolling them over or rolling that goalkeeper transfer over to another game week. Um,
Yeah, I think you're okay at least for next week in terms of the options you have. Um, definitely playable, both of them.
but yeah, they're top of my shopping list. Otherwise,
Yeah,
so yeah, not a great game week, but it doesn't look like many have had a great game week. Whether or not you
no,
want to captain Haaland away to Palace, I mean, obviously in the midweek fixture, lots of people went against him, or a reasonable number of people went against him.
yeah, I think but both of us included in that and got severely punished.
Yeah, I think the decision to do that is okay,
Yeah,
but you City can score 4 or 5 against anybody.
yeah, yeah,
So yeah, whilst I didn't lose much rank in the midweek games, it could have actually been an okay game week with that Palace double up. Being on Foden. Not everybody's on Foden yet, are they? Like
no.
you're not, for example.
I,
Um,
well, we'll look at it, but I am. I think as of City's game yesterday,
well, yeah, going forward, you are. But
his price rise is insane. He's gone from 8 mil to about 8.5
yeah,
in
I mean, we're finding it. We mentioned this in another
less
podcast.
than a week.
The price changes are wild at the moment.
Yeah,
It feels like it's being like front run almost.
yeah, yeah.
So,
But they're rising barely before they've returned.
yeah,
Um, it's nuts. I think Thiago is probably going to go up again as well. Before that Leeds game, if you
yeah.
don't have
I thought he looked okay last
yeah,
night as well. For that price point, you obviously don't expect him to get penalties every week, but he looked lively enough for that price bracket.
yeah. No, I think is he the second highest scoring striker as well?
I think so. Certainly up
It's
there.
it, it's him and then Haaland, just above. But yeah, the options just feel really really limited. I think you have to sort of take a punt on people at this point because there's no one jumping out really. I thought Watkins looked pretty good the other night for Villa. He's not quite up to where he was last season,
No, he's
but
just
he's definitely
an awkward price point for almost everyone, isn't he? Though.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's a bit expensive.
we've got plenty of budget this year, given the
Yeah.
current makeup. Um,
Mhm.
he just he just looks, or he is expensive relative to the composition of most people's teams.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Rogers is where my immediate thought goes, particularly because I'm looking to bring Saka in, and he's
Yeah.
10
Would
plus
that be
10
would
plus
that be
million.
Bono down to Rogers?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And then probably Enzo out for Saka or
For
vice
Saka,
versa or
yeah.
whatever. But
And then dropping Mateta down to someone. I
yeah,
guess gives you more than enough funds.
yeah. Any thoughts on the Arsenal game? Did you see that one?
Yeah, yeah. I thought Villa looked really good. Expected them to win, which they did in the 95th minute.
Arsenal got
I
worked.
Yeah,
They
it
really
was a
were.
case of I think Arsenal looked pretty poor and Villa looked really, really good. Um, the Arsenal defense is obviously a lot shakier with Saliba and Gabriel out.
Yeah. What do you think of
Um,
Saka's penalty potential, given Gokeres's performance or lack of
G-
performance?
yeah, Gyökeres looked awful again. I think Saka will keep penalties unless I don't know, unless he wants to give it away.
Well, Gokeres has
Um,
got to be on the pitch, hasn't he, to take one, obviously.
yeah, yeah, and to be honest, I don't think he looked great. I thought Odegaard looked lively.
Couple of fizzes, but
A few pingers, but
yeah, I mean
yeah,
the results are the most important bit, and their form has dropped a bit. I don't know if there's many double Arsenal defenders kind of knocking around in most people's teams at the moment.
no,
Um,
and they've not had a cleanie for a little while. I think they had one last week, but that's Timber, isn't it? They didn't play.
yeah.
But
So
yeah,
Derby
I
got
thought,
absolutely shagged by Leicester, so that caps a pretty average week for me, to be honest. Yeah, onwards and upwards with the 5 free transfers. Um,
yeah,
if there's nothing more, Gemmers, we can hand over.
that's right. Yeah, so 36 points for me. Obviously Raya not doing a lot. That Liverpool performance for Virgil was just absolutely
Yeah,
dreadful.
as we said 3 weeks ago, I
Um,
don't understand why you brought him in.
yeah.
It's not on you because it's been a popular move. But
Mm,
if you watch the football, Liverpool are absolutely dreadful.
yeah. I've been surprised how bad they've been. I like when I brought him in, I was just looking at the
What
fixtures.
do you mean surprised? They've been really bad for
Well,
months.
you think it can't keep happening, can it? They can't be this shit for
You
this
see,
long.
that's the old gambler's fallacy, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Um, yeah, fair enough. I mean, your rank
So
is still really good, isn't it? Like top
yeah,
or
it's
whatever.
still I think about 40K, possibly around 50 after this week, but it's still up there. So I'm
No,
not too concerned with it.
no,
But yeah,
no,
Virgil
not at all.
on the chopping block. Yeah, and then obviously the Munoz benching has been a surprise. Do you know what's up with him?
It's the Munoz no-show and the Hall benching.
Yeah,
I think he's just got a knock, from what I
just
understand.
not. So
Um,
hopefully back next week.
yeah, and I think
Um,
Glasner said he's potentially back with his City, so I
yeah,
don't think you
that's
bench
right.
him for it. But
No, no. But yeah, luckily I got Van de Ven off the bench. And then Hall, who I brought in
oh,
for
you
this.
say look, you say luckily, but yeah, we said this before, having a playing squad is
Yeah,
particularly in these game weeks where you have the midweek fixtures. Having a playing squad is really important. So
yeah.
it's not a luck thing.
No,
I
I
mean,
suppose it's more.
I hate the fact that you get him off the bench, but it's not a luck thing, is it?
It's maybe more lucky that Spurs have actually kept a clean sheet in my face,
Yeah, fair enough.
but yeah, but Van de Ven coming on, happy days. And then Lewis Hall, who was my Newcastle punt for a few weeks, and obviously had Burnley. Shocked to see Dan Burn on the team sheet playing left back
I don't
instead
know if
of
it's again.
Versal.
I don't know if it's shocking after the midweek fixtures. It's just
Yeah, I guess Hall's back from injury, isn't he? And he's maybe trying to rotate him slightly. But I thought he was their best defender, which is why I brought him in. Um,
yeah, sure.
and
I don't disagree with that.
and
It's just as with the
yeah,
Munoz no show, you just kind of have to take your lumps in these fixture pileups.
yeah,
I think
yeah,
I think all of us are of the opinion initially that it's great to have these midweek games, but then it decimates your fantasy team. It's like, well, maybe it's not
yeah.
maybe it's not so great. But
But
there we
yeah,
go.
so there's quite a few question marks on the defense. I guess that whole back line's sort of flagged at least Virgil and Munoz, depending on his fitness. And hopefully Hall's back for next week. And then obviously Saka, who you mentioned, looked really, really good. I still think he's expensive for his returns at 10 mil. Um, Given the assist he got, he's still only come away with 4 points.
Yeah, I think we said over the weeks, haven't we, that Arsenal don't often look like they're going to smack a team four or five
No,
with four or five
no.
goals, and that kind of factors into it, to be honest. But now that there are so many players back for Arsenal, like we touched on,
Mhm.
that Ezza's just a non option. Um,
No.
I think all of the other Arsenal attackers fit into that bracket. Like
Yeah.
Trossard was on the bench, wasn't he? Saturday or midweek?
Saturday and came on and scored a
But
banger
anyway,
as he always does.
he's been great for them.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of the only place you can go, I think. Um,
Yeah.
Arsenal, I mean,
Oh,
they're obviously top at the moment, but they're going to be up there, aren't they? It's just
yeah.
whether or not you want a piece of that attack. Whereas I think with Chelsea, you can probably go Enzo or Jack Pedro or someone. Looks like Delap is crocked. Looks
But
like
yeah,
he's
Delap's
done
off
his
again, I think.
done his
That's why I
shoulder.
was looking at Gui as an option, just with Pedro's not really an out-and-out striker. So I
He's
think
not.
Gui will
I
get.
don't know if that means that Gui's going to get
No, maybe not.
consistent starts, but you never know. Cool. So we'll at least have we'll both be Saka enjoyers
Yeah, yeah,
this time
yeah,
next week.
yeah. And then yeah, obviously Enzo, we touched on, and my saving grace this week, Dewsbury Hall
Yeah,
with
that's the
goal
one, isn't it?
assist,
That's
goal assist, DEFCON and bonus. It's just
yeah. So
phenomenal.
he's like 5% owned. Um,
Mm.
he's basically. I think he would have performed better relatively for you than Foden,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
which is remarkable. I think he'll be popular on these AFCON
yeah,
transfers, just given his price point. Um,
yeah.
I've got. I mean, you've got Anderson as
I've
well.
got Anderson as well.
Um,
They do rotate quite nice normally.
but I need to free up some funds, so I am
Get
half
get
thinking.
get get him in, lad.
I am half thinking about it, but I
Yeah,
if I dead spot the striker spot, the third striker spot, then I won't want Anderson and Dewsbury Hall
no,
as my alternates
yeah.
because you'd have
I,
to play one of those every week. Um,
nothing wrong with that, but yeah, I think I
Why
think
did you
yeah,
captain
similar.
Dewsbury Hall at least one time this season? But
However,
fair folks, you've had him all year, right?
yeah, I've had him since the start of the season.
Even on wildcard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I must
Yeah,
have.
kept him on wildcard. What a
Yeah, yeah,
legend.
yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
he's had quite a
yeah,
few
yeah,
balls for
yeah.
me this season. It's unreal,
They
and he's such a good player.
I mean, they look busy, don't they? The Arsenal, Everton kind of midfielders. They
Yeah, 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 yeah.
obviously Undai's going to AFCON, isn't he? I've
Yes,
had
yeah,
half
I
an eye
think
on
he's
him
off
for a
as
little
well.
while, but
He's not been as effective recently, has he? But
he always looks pretty good.
yeah, no, he looks he passes the eye test. There's just no finishing.
Yeah, I don't always mind that. I don't think he's a bad finisher either. It's just getting those opportunities, isn't it? And again,
Yeah,
his price point is pretty attractive.
mm.
But Dewsbury Hall's obviously much cheaper as an enabler. But
Yeah,
I think a lot of people will go there
yeah.
this week.
It's a shame. It's a shame. He's been my secret weapon
You don't get to. It's not
to keep
nothing
going.
getting inside 50K gemmers. So
Yeah,
yeah, it's not nothing at
yeah.
all. Um,
But yeah.
cool.
And then front line, I guess, Haaland, Thiago, standard, and
Yeah,
Voltemada, who's had his assist. I'm sure he had an assist, so it might have been last week. Maybe that was last week. But yeah, he's been pretty poor again. And Gordon being on penalties is sort of hampering him even more. So he's probably one to get rid of.
yeah. And the trouble with Gordon is that there's quite a lot of cover, isn't there, in those wide spots.
Yeah,
It feels quite hard to bring in.
yeah. I don't think I'd be able to go Newcastle again, um, at least for now. But yeah. Any comments, or do you want to look ahead?
Um, no, not really. I mean, there's a lot of quite a bit of crossover again, isn't there? I think you'll
Yeah.
do well to get rid of Virgil. I did see that
Mm.
Liverpool are willing to sell Kanate in January for 15 bar. but I think they're missing a decimal point in that price level.
But
I
in
think
between the 1 and the 5.
I think our old centre back for my Saturday team could fill in for Canate and do a reasonable job at the
Yeah,
moment.
yeah, absolutely awful. Yeah, I blame him for Virgil's downfall, but
Virgil did have a good header a good chance in the first half.
yeah,
I thought that was pretty unlucky, and
yeah, that's what I'm surprised about. He's had no attacking returns, which he normally pops up with now and again. But
they're hard to come by, aren't they? In fairness, for a defender from set pieces, they're not.
yeah,
I think
yeah,
feel like
not good.
Gabriel's as good as it gets from the set pieces.
Mm,
Yeah, Virgil has a very good chance in
yeah,
their game. So you're on the Boomer wagon, but I think Boomer is probably quite well owned, isn't he, at your rank?
yeah, yeah.
And
I think he's got
I
the
guess
forward.
it's the same for Fernandez.
Yeah, I don't know how owned Fernandez is. Definitely not double up like you have, but
He's yeah, the double up is not that common, but yeah,
mm,
Fernandez is really popular, I think, in the community,
yeah,
inverted commas. He looked really good as well on Thursday, so hopefully tomorrow more of the same,
yeah,
but with some returns. He's looking
yeah,
pretty. I think he's on for 10 points with captaincy before they conceded.
yeah. Clean sheet bonus. Well, I don't know if it's on bonus, but that he always hits his DEFCON as well.
Yeah,
Small margins.
ideal for 9 or 10 million, isn't it?
That's what you want. Cool.
Cool. We've got 10 minutes
Should
then to look at your forward
we look
team.
ahead?
Assuming that Bob doesn't pop up,
Yeah,
but that's on him rather than us. So
yeah. Cool. So yeah, this is how we're looking currently. I've already used one of the transfers to bring in Foden. I had him on free hit the other week for his 2 goals.
yeah, I thought you
And
owned
then
him for some reason, but yeah, fair enough.
yeah, he's just been returning ever since. So waste no time getting him in with Bomo off to AFCON and Foden increasing every single day in price. Um, and then yeah, obviously Virgil out,
I
possibly Enzo out, and Voltemada out.
mean, Van der Ven's playable over Virgil, isn't he? I'd say Enzo is
Yeah,
playable as well, but
yeah, you probably could play him away to
it depends
Forest.
who you want. Who are you looking for?
So I'm probably going to get Bruno in um, to cover that United
Yeah,
attack.
United performances are mixed. He's a bit of
Yeah, trust me, I know. I'm sure we'll lose to Wolves, but
he's a bit of a mainstay.
Mm.
But yeah, the performances are mixed for United. I was
Yeah,
listening to one of the podcasts earlier this week that was suggesting the double was probably a little bit keen. Um,
Mm.
I can't remember who it was now. So apologies for the lack of reference. Um, but I feel like the performance has been okay, and I was only targeting the short term fixtures anyway, and then boom
Yeah,
it goes.
yeah, that's the thing, and you want someone in there who's going to be starting, and Bruno's probably that one guy. I don't think you can go Cunha or
Oh, Kuna
Mount.
looks miles off it.
No, he looks
So
he
quiet.
doesn't look the same.
No.
Um, and yeah, obviously, Sesko, you can't really go Xerxes. So I don't think there's anyone else apart from Bruno. And United are still going to score goals and they're going to win games. And I think if they do,
Yeah,
it'll
not
be
sure about
Bruno
that. I think
who's
that's marking
involved.
your own homework, Gemmers. But are you keeping Beanpole, Voltamada
No, probably
for
not.
Derby? Oh, you got to keep an eye for Sunderland, haven't you?
He's getting subbed early and he's not, don't know, he's not returning like I'd hoped. Um, I,
I think that would be one where I'd be tempted to leave it for the week. But I'm not trying to
I think,
sabotage your score. But yeah,
mm,
I'd be half tempted, given that there are no real options unless you need the cash. I'd be tempted to hang on.
yeah, I need to look at the money. Obviously, I need to get Bruno in, which is going to take some
You'll
funds.
get some out of Virgil.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I don't know who I good from Virgil to either. That's my other issue.
I
Um,
mean, a City defender looks all
yeah,
right, doesn't it?
yeah, yeah, possibly City.
They're a little bit cheaper at least. It depends on how much cash you need. How much you got in the bank?
Uh, I think a little bit, 1 mil or something, 1.6.
That's not nothing either.
So
Yeah, that's decent.
yeah, maybe a bit of cash
She's not a million miles off.
go
Virgil to a
through.
cheapie and
And
Enzo
so
to
Bruno, yeah, possibly keep Voltemada. He's just not been doing it for me, and I think Sunderland away is not going to be an easy fixture for him.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, you never know, do you?
Hmm.
Cool. Okay.
um, Probably start Dewsbury Hall given his form, even though it's away to Chelsea.
Obviously,
Feels rude to bench him for that.
captaincy.
Captaincy, yeah.
That's what I mean. They look. I mean, they had that really bad result a couple of weeks ago, didn't they? But they've bounced back quite nicely.
Yeah,
And he's so busy in there. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world, particularly if you've upgraded Enzo, say, to Bruno.
yeah,
It's okay to
yeah.
have him in there, isn't it? Or Anderson in there. Like, I'd probably rather
Yeah.
play Anderson, to be honest, over Dewsbury Hall, but
Hmm.
Forest aren't in a great spot, are they, at the moment?
No, I thought that Forest haven't been where I thought they were going. Obviously, Anderson had a few nice returns, but it's
And
dropped off quite a bit.
yeah, agreed. I've
And
considered, yeah, like Sells, for example, in
hmm,
goal. But
yeah,
I think Murillo stuck one in his own net, didn't he, yesterday? Is that right?
yeah, one of the centre backs
Um,
um,
so yeah,
hit it in.
all still quite tricky, but I don't know whether these AFCON transfers are going to see people converge on the same kind of team, or there'll be a bit of
Yeah,
differentiation.
I guess it depends on your current setup, doesn't it, and where the work is. But I think at the start of the season I wasn't keen on them, but looking at my team now, I'm pretty grateful.
I
Is welcome.
think just
Albeit not massive.
given the nature of this season, it feels like it's been just so up and down with the consistency of performances.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it's been a weird one.
really tricky. But you're inside the top 50K, so
Yeah, that's the thing.
your complaints don't register with me. To be perfectly honest.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to protect my rank at this point, so I see.
Whilst I'm ploughing my own furrow at 700K or whatever,
Yeah,
and hopefully get a bit back tonight now that Gui has scored. But yeah,
yeah,
that double United tomorrow. But
yeah. That'll be interesting. Yeah.
cool. All right.
Any thoughts on captaincy, such as Saka at home to Wolves? Would
Um,
you go there
yeah,
if you
possibly.
bring him in?
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah,
Palace haven't wowed me today, uh,
no.
but
That's the scary thing, isn't it? Going against Haaland.
I'll see how Wolves get on tomorrow. Just
Yeah,
get a bit more information. Um, but yeah, if I burn the transfers, then that would definitely be an option for me.
yeah, yeah. I think if you bring him in, you've got a captain, and there's no.
I don't think it's as nailed on as that as we saw with Haaland midweek against Fulham, who were really
No.
good defensively at home, apparently.
Yeah, awful. They
Yeah, I
conceded
think I was a
three
little
all
bit swayed.
season.
I don't often get swayed,
Yeah,
and I was swayed quite heavily midweek.
yeah,
And I
managed. But then Haaland looked flat on what was it yesterday? But whether that's just tiredness, I don't know. But
yeah, but they're all fit young men, aren't they? So they can get on with it as far as I'm concerned. But yeah,
yeah,
Saka against Wolves, I think, will be quite a popular option. Um,
yeah,
speak. So I will enjoy his 3 points getting doubled, 6.
yeah.
Um,
He does get DEFCON as well sometimes,
it's
so
not a
maybe
flex.
eight.
It's not a flex at 10 bar. It's
Maybe,
yeah, it's not what you want.
maybe 8 or 10.
Just lastly, we've got a couple of minutes. I'm a little bit worried about Timber's minutes.
Mm.
Just given they're playing midweek again and they've got a couple of players back now, haven't they? I think Calafiori's out now, isn't he?
Calafiori's suspended, yeah,
Yeah.
and Obviously, I think Gabriel and Saliba are still out, so I imagine Timber will be okay.
Yeah, I had thought before that suspension that maybe he's due a benching.
No.
But he had that last week, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah, he was rested midweek, so I think he'll be okay for the next few. Um,
Doesn't get any
Munoz,
easier, does it?
no, Munoz is on 4 yellows as well, by the way, so I expect him to get a yellow if he starts that City game.
Yeah, nailed on.
I think make it what have they got after City. So yeah, if he gets carded for City, he'll be out for Leeds,
Yeah.
which is what you want.
It's what I mean. Like maybe try and save a couple of those transfers if you can, but yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
doesn't
don't use
feel
them
like
all
a
at once.
baby out with the bathwater job at the moment. But yeah, Saka is probably my priority.
Yeah, fair.
So we've obviously had no Bob tonight. I think he's in the same wretched boat as us. Um,
See how he's
yeah, we'll
doing.
hopefully get him on for the next podcast. I think these Sunday sessions are working well for us now that TikTok has done us dirty with our
Josh
YouTube link.
Sanchez 10-pointer.
So we do appreciate you all tuning in. Jake, we're gonna have to end it there. Um,
Cool.
thanks for your thoughts as usual, and good luck with retaining the top 50K rank.
Yeah, cool. Good stuff. Enjoy the United game tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll try. Take it easy. Always a pleasure.
Cool.
Good luck,
Cheers.
guys.